Tonight, we are delighted to welcome to the stage Ireland's most fabulous drag queen and famous activist, Panti.
Hello, my name is Panti, and for the benefit of the visually impaired or the incredibly naive, I am a drag queen. I am also a performer of sorts, and an accidental and occasional gay rights activist. Have any of you ever been standing at a pedestrian crossing when a car goes by and in it are a bunch of lads, and they lean out the window as they go by and shout, "Fag"?
Sometimes if someone shouts at me, I'm kind of grateful, and I'm like, at least they just talked. They didn't then beat me up, or they didn't spike my drink and then follow me to the bus stop, or they didn't, So it now makes me accept things that are wrong because of the degree as I'm comparing it.
In many ways, they're right. I am a fag. So it doesn't hurt, but it feels oppressive. And when it really does hurt is afterwards, because it's afterwards that then I wonder and worry and obsess over what was it that gave me away. And I hate myself for wondering that. It feels oppressive, and the next time that I'm standing at a pedestrian crossing, I hate myself for it, but I check myself to see what is it about me that gives the gay away, and I check myself to make sure that I'm not doing it this time.
I do check myself before I cross, and when I check myself, it takes me longer to cross because I'm thinking this is where public transport passes, and someone might just step on the gas and run me over just because of the way I'm looking. So then I end up going down the road and sort of waiting for a traffic jam, chatting to the guy that sells cigarettes at the corner, waiting for an opening so I can cross the road. So it's funny how some things you might think are small things, but it has a lot of then huge bearing on how you function as a person. Because for me, I totally get that.
Have any of you ever come home in the evening and turned on the television and there is a panel of people, nice people, respectable people, smart people, the kind of people who probably make good neighborly neighbors, the kind of people who write for newspapers, and they're all sitting around and they are having a reasoned debate on the television, a reasoned debate about you, about what kind of person you are, about whether or not you're capable of being a good parent, about whether you want to destroy marriage, about whether or not you're safe around children, about whether or not God herself thinks you're an abomination, about whether in fact maybe you are intrinsically disordered.
They can start calling you a devil worshipper, something like that, but you would understand you have grown up with these people around you and they have seen you. And you start questioning yourself, does it mean being gay, it turns you into an animal of some sort or anything like that? But you have been living all this life with these people, and why are they seeing you in a different light? Just because you've come up and say, I'm in love with another woman and things like that. So I also understood when she was talking about these homophobes.
Have you ever been on a crowded train with one of your best gay friends, and inside, a tiny part of you is cringing because he is being so gay? And you find yourself trying to compensate for his gayness by butching up a little, or by trying to steer the conversation onto safer, straighter territory.
The effects of that is I can't even think in public. I can't even talk to my best friend in public. And I have to talk about my boyfriend in public when I know it's not really a guy. And I am constantly challenged mentally to come up with stories that will then make me fit into the acceptable. sort of setup that's there.
People who have never experienced homophobia in their lives, people who have never checked themselves at a pedestrian crossing, have told me that unless I am being thrown into prison or herded onto a cattle truck, then it is not homophobia. And that feels oppressive.
It's now even a fear of just thinking in public. Like you're thinking about your girlfriend, and the silence in the ET, the public transport, you're thinking maybe they can all hear what I'm thinking, and how are they going to look at me? I mean, it's I know it's ridiculous, but, you know, it's something that I go through.
Have you ever turned on the computer and you see videos of people who are just like you in countries that are far away and countries that are not far away at all, and they are being imprisoned and beaten and tortured and murdered and executed because they are just like you? And that feels oppressive.
You might find yourself being raped. You know, the corrective rape setup where people, men will say, since you say you don't want to be with a man, I will teach you out and I will make you know how it feels to be with a man. Then maybe it will change you and make you into someone who wants to sleep with men or something like that. These are the main fears that for myself I actually have.
And a jumped up queer like me should know that the word homophobia is no longer available to gay people, which is a spectacular and neat Orwellian trick, because now it turns out that gay people are not the victims of homophobia. Homophobes are the victims of homophobia.
So it got me thinking, and very articulate. Yeah, I wish to meet her one day. Yeah, sounds like someone I would enjoy having drinks with. yeah. Well, to say the least, yeah.
We are dealing with our lives more than dealing with what's out there. We are living our lives through VOVO.